I think we are seeing a lot of the dramatic changes in our society that have had huge impacts in families, individuals, adults and children alike. We're seeing increased rates of depression, suicidality, other psychiatric and psychological problems. The mission of BrainStim Centers is to help people with psychiatric and psychological problems. And there are many in our community that haven't found adequate solutions. The use of transcranial magnetic stimulation is very powerful. It's an old technology that's FDA approved for certain indications, and the outcomes for certain psychological or psychiatric problems is really phenomenal. So TMS, or transcranial magnetic stimulation, is a non-invasive, painless procedure. So patients from children to very anxious adults can tolerate the treatment very nicely. So why are we different at BrainStim Centers than, I believe, most any other TMS center in the country? The most important aspect to our center is the fact that we treat each individual patient different. Every patient's brain is different. Every prescription for every patient under the TMS umbrella is different. In the field of depression, the feedback that I've gotten from some of these patients has also been pretty earth-shattering.
My name is Norma, and I've been participating in the TMS treatment for my 30 sessions. I'm nearing completion now. So it's been an amazing 6 weeks. Before I started, I was so forgetful and depressed, and I'll go as far as to say hopeless, because nothing that I was doing was working, including my antidepressants. It got to the point where I was taking the pill but feeling no difference whatsoever. So when I was offered the opportunity to participate in this non-invasive treatment, I embraced it, and I am so glad that I did, because within the first week or two, my motivation returned, my focus, my ability to read a book. I hadn't read a book in a long time. I also began to walk and even do some hiking around the mountains here, which is all new activities that I had not been able to participate in before because I felt so depressed and hopeless, really.
One of my patients who's had a history of depression since the age of 40 said for the first time she's had 2 weeks of feeling really good, feeling happy, to the point where she started projects. She's built a pottery set in her garage, and she's embarked on redeveloping that skill again. We had a patient recently that was in his mid-30s, in the past was suicidal but still very depressed, telling us that they had never been so happy in recent memory, that they're now interacting with their 5-year-old daughter.
I am feeling less anxious. I'm starting to feel I'm not becoming suicidal, starting to sleep a lot more. At first I was not sleeping at all. I was sleeping just 3 hours a night. I'm sleeping 6 hours now. I was having suicidal thoughts every day and having ideations. I am now having less ideations, less thoughts, not having them every day. And I'm very thankful for that. I'm out every day. I'm smiling every day. What else can I say? I recommend this treatment to people who have depression. This treatment works, guys.
Other indications that we treat here at BrainStim Centers include autism, post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, and tinnitus. In the field of autism, we have patients who really were not able to interact in school, were disruptive at home, difficult to manage by the family, by the caregiver. And so we get some really tremendous feedback from the families saying that this is a pretty impressive change in a very short period of time for their child. They seem to be able to function better in their environment. They're calmer, they're more attentive, they're eating better, sleeping better, they're paying better attention. Little things like they're enjoying music that they didn't enjoy before. They're able to sit at a table calmly. They weren't doing that before. So we're seeing some pretty dramatic changes that is based on the TMS therapy that we're providing to these patients. When we get that kind of feedback, obviously it makes me very happy and very satisfied that we're making a big impact in patients' lives.